And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Before we do get into today's video, as always, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. So there's a lot to discuss in today's video. It's kind of centred around the Celtic hierarchy, as Peter Lawwell's made some promises with regards to future transfer windows, basically stating that we will open the transfer kitty and get some players in, making some promises here, but we've all heard it before. So we'll discuss what he said towards the end of the video. But we also want to discuss Dermot Desmond, as he is reportedly set for a Celtic board clear-out. So both these stories do coincide with each other a little bit. This Dermot Desmond one came out before, and this new Peter Lawwell one came out today, quite recently. So we're going to discuss both of these stories. But of course, we are back in action tomorrow against Motherwell away from home. As always, let me know your score predictions for that game before we get into the main video, main stories from the video. Of course, Rangers beat Hearts at home 5-0 in really good form right now, so it's definitely a must-win come tomorrow to keep us in this title race, because Rangers are looking better and better, which is really frustrating. So let's discuss this Dermot Desmond story first, because former SPL chief Roger Mitchell has voiced a potent critique of Celtic's current board and governance structure, and has interestingly dropped a major rumour surrounding Dermot Desmond and the board. Mitchell's latest comments, of course, come at a time when Celtic fans are craving something fresh in terms of hierarchy at the club. Mitchell claims to have heard from two independent sources that Dermot Desmond is poised for a sweeping overhaul of the club's board and executive suite. For some reason, I get to hear stuff about Scottish football. Even here, I was told Dermot Desmond is going to have a total clear-out. He's had enough, they said. The call for change isn't unfounded. Mitchell criticises the board's long tenure, a staggering 23 years, as bad corporate governance, especially in an ever-changing football landscape. The criticisms don't stop there, from a nepotism whispers to legal and brand concerns, and a perceived lack of ambition that goes beyond domestic dominance. Mitchell outlines a club in dire need of rejuvenation. Yet it's not all doom and gloom in Mitchell's eyes. He acknowledges that Celtic's solid financial standing, the global pool of management talent linked to the club, and a history rich with glory and foundational strengths that could herald a new era of prosperity and innovation for the club. This can be fixed easily if there is will, Mitchell asserts. Celtic fans on the whole want to see the club be more ambitious and less cautious. They want a club that pours the cash they earn back into the team to build a squad capable of winning European honours. Under the current self-imposed ceilings, it feels so far away. So it's interesting that Roger Mitchell is hearing murmurs from two independent sources that maybe Dermot Desmond is looking to kind of clear out the backroom or the hierarchy at the club and kind of rebuild it. This would obviously be a welcome change. I think at the club we've been frustrated with the hierarchy at Celtic for some time now, the poor recruitment over the last few years, and that was solidified come January, another poor transfer window. And now, of course, you can blame the manager for some of the results, which, fair enough, you can blame the manager for that. But you also got to look at the poor recruitment as well over the years, and it's kind of biting us in the back, biting us in the arse now. Now we're seeing Rangers do really well, and we're falling short a little bit in this title race right now. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to discuss this Peter Lawwell statement as well, because it kind of coincides with what we just mentioned about Dermot Desmond looking to kind of clear out the hierarchy. And now Lawwell has insisted that Celtic will crack open the kitty, and he said, the board recognises the inherent inefficiencies of holding excess cash, and in conjunction with other cash commitments, the importance of investing in strengthening the team to deliver football success. The board shares the frustrations of the supporters regarding the less than anticipated activity in the recent transfer window. Since the opening of the transfer window in June, we have committed £23.9 million in player investment. Within this, we renewed and extended the contract to Cameron Carter-Vickers, Abada, Matt O'Reilly, Anthony Ralston and Hatate. The board's commitment is to strengthen and improve the playing squad in every transfer window, and although resources were available, we were unable to further add to the squad due to the unavailability of identified targets. This was disappointing to us all, and never the intention. The January transfer window is notoriously difficult, as the clubs are very reluctant to let their best players go at such a critical time of the season, just as we are. Indeed, we resisted strong interest in our players from other clubs. So, very interesting statement there from Lawwell with regards to the transfer. Seems like a big excuse to me. I don't believe that there was all the targets we intended to get were not available. That shows poor preparation, in my opinion. Seems like a bit of a cop-out excuse. Where's the reasoning for the poor recruitment in the summertime? You know, that's not even mentioned at all, really. All the players that he brought in, bar one, you could argue have been a success at the club, is really, really poor. So there's no mention of that whatsoever in that statement. And then he mentioned about our ambitions beyond domestic football, and he said, "We took consolation from a number of good performances in the Champions League, which will serve our squad well, but our objective is to keep improving and competing in Europe. Looking towards the year ahead, winning the Premiership and the Scottish Cup is our immediate focus and priority. There remains a long way to go and all to play for. We will all unite behind the team." So, well, I don't like how they're taking consolation in performances in the Champions League, where ultimately we got knocked out. We finished 4th in our group. It just seems like a very loser mindset, really, and you're taking certain results maybe that you played well in and not got the final result as a win. It's just not good enough for a team of Celtic standards, in my opinion. I do think, hopefully, this Dermot Desmond report is true, and he is looking to kind of clear out the hierarchy at the club and maybe replace certain figures at the top end of Celtic Football Club. But as always, I want to know your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video. Hopefully something can change come the end of the season and we're more prepared for the transfer window. Of course, it was announced the other day on social media as well that Joe Hart's retiring at the end of the season. I made a joke saying, will we start next season with Scott Bain in net? It was a joke, of course, but it wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. The recruitment's been so poor at this club for many, many years. So hopefully something can change with the hierarchy at the club and we can be better prepared coming into the transfer window come summertime. Fingers crossed, of course. But yeah, let me know what you made of what we discussed in today's video. Give me your score predictions for tomorrow's game against Motherwell. And as always, drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.